You are a sensitive person and hence you tend to give a lot in the relationship. You sometimes go overboard, you go over and beyond yourself and do for the other person, but the other person just does not appreciate that, and at the end of the day you feel like you have been taken advantage of. If you are such a person, then my friend, you have clicked on the right video, because in this one I'm going to talk about few tips and tricks which you need to start doing from right now if you want to stop this from happening in the future. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to start respecting yourself. If someone is not valuing you, if someone is not giving you the love and attention and care that you think that you deserve, then you need to get out of that situation. You need to keep your self-respect above everything else. You need to realize that your self-worth is important. You respecting yourself is important, because if you don't respect yourself, then others start taking you for granted. अगर कोई इंसान देखेगा कि मैं तो इसके साथ कैसा भी बिहेव कर रहा हूँ, बट ये लड़के जो है ये हमेशा मुझे इंपॉर्टेंस देती है, हमेशा मुझे वैल्यू देती है, चाहे मैं इसके साथ कैसा भी बिहेव करूँ, then that person will gradually lose respect for you. So if you want them to respect you, you need to start respecting yourself. You need to set your boundaries. You need to have solid grounds. You need to make it clear that you will not take any shit from anyone. You will not tolerate things that is not in your value system. Now the second thing that you need to do is you need to stop looking for closures. You have something going on, like you had a relationship and one person suddenly ghosted or suddenly went away from your life, and now you are clueless कि ऐसा क्यों हुआ. Then at that point you start thinking of a lot of things. You start creating a lot of scenarios and आपको जवाब नहीं मिलता कि ऐसा क्यों हुआ. And to get that answer, you want a closure. You want a closure so that you can meet that person one last time. Well, that is what you think that you're going to do. You convince yourself कि बस एक बार और मिल लूँगी मैं इससे तो मुझे closure मिल जाएगा. But let me burst the bubble and tell you that closure is a myth. क्योंकि अगर आप उनसे मिलोगे तो पहली बात तो ये कि वो इंसान आपको छोड़ के गया है, right? So that person already knows what they have done and they also know what you must be going through right now. So they are aware of the situation. So if you feel that if you'll meet them for one last time and ask them questions, कहीं ना कहीं आपके अंदर ये भी expectations होगी कि शायद ये relationship बच जाए, शायद मैं उसको convince कर लूँ and वो रुक जाए. But if you think of it from a zoomed out perspective, you will realize that you are doing nothing but disrespecting yourself more. एक तो वो इंसान आपको छोड़ के गया है, ऊपर से आप दोबारा उनसे मिलना चाहते हो बस ये सुनने के लिए कि तुम मुझे क्यों छोड़ के गए. So if you think of it, it doesn't make sense. If you think of it, you will yourself feel कि मैं ऐसा क्यों कर रही हूँ खुद के साथ. I know love is like that. It makes you do things like that. But all it will do is it'll just lower your self-respect further. जो चला गया है उसको जाना था इसीलिए वो गया है. उसको अगर रुकना होता तो वो नहीं जाता. They are gone means they wanted to. And they do not feel guilty about it. जाने से पहले उनको पता होगा कि if they'll go, what kind of impact it will have on you. But still they decided to leave, right? So if they have decided to leave, they're not going to come back. They have decided to leave after knowing all the things. So stop looking for closures and stop expecting that चीज़ें फिर से ठीक हो सकती हैं. अगर होनी होगी तो हो जाएगी. But आपको अपना self-respect कम नहीं करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए. Now the third thing that you need to do is you need to work on yourself. I'm telling you why this is important. Because if you are broken up right now, you have a lot of energy inside you. You have a lot of anger. You have a lot of, questions. And you need a channel to let it out. And usually हमारा channel क्या होता है? हमारा channel होता है वो closure की तरफ ढूंढना या उनका profile stalk करना, अलग अलग account बना के उनके likes देखना, उनके story views देखना, Instagram पे उनको check out करना secretly, पता करना कि वो कहाँ है, किसके साथ है, whether they have a new girlfriend now or new boyfriend now. We invest our energy in all these, let me call it stupid things. Like we feel some kind of satisfaction doing these very petty things, but it is stupid. I know you are hurt. I know you have a lot of things going on and it's difficult for you to cope, but doing these things is not going to help you. It's not going to help you in the long run because those who had to leave have left. And now it is only you with yourself. उनके जाने के बाद भी अगर जो आपकी एनर्जी है आप उन पे ही इन्वेस्ट करते रहोगे तो एंड में किसका भला हो रहा है इसमें? किसी का नहीं। ना आपकी रिलेशनशिप वापस ठीक हो रही है, आप तो अपनी मेंटल हेल्थ खराब कर ही रहे हो। सो यू नीड टू channel that energy in a positive direction. Now for that you need to work on yourself. How do you do that? Firstly start journaling. अपनी डायरी को और अपने पेन को अपना दोस्त बनाओ। जो भी थॉट्स आ रहे हैं ना, जो भी एसेज लिखने का मन कर रहा है, वो आप इमेजिन करो कि वो आप उनको भेजने वाले हो एंड ऐसा एक लेटर लिखो। Write down everything that you want to tell them or ask them to do and just keep it with yourself or burn it. Do something with it but don't send them obviously. So firstly let it out and then अपने आप से एक प्रॉमिस करो that you will work on yourself and you will be the best version of yourself and set a target date. Like 1 साल बाद I will be this ideal version of myself. Like सबका एक आइडल होता है कि मैं ऐसा होना चाहता हूँ। आप उसको एक टारगेट रखो एंड जो भी चीज़ें वो आपका आइडियल इंसान करता होगा, अगर वो वैसा होगा जैसा आप चाहते हो कि वो बने, तो उसकी जो क्वालिटीज़ है आप में कोशिश करो अपने आप में डालने की एंड try to work towards becoming that person. If you think that you're overweight, start working on your fitness. Build an actionable plan कि आप कैसे उस ideal self तक पहुँचोगे. So wake up from that, that dream or that bad dream that you're having of your heartbreak. होश में आ जाओ and start working on yourself because, love happens when you least expect it and mostly I feel it happens when a person is busy with themselves, doing their own thing. जब एक इंसान अपने आप में अपने आप में काम करने में बहुत बिजी हो जाता है ना एंड अपनी चीज़ें कर रहा होता है, उसको किसी से मतलब नहीं होता, दे आर नॉट लुकिंग आउट फॉर लव, दे आर जस्ट doing the things that they like to do and they are having their own schedule and everything, then that is the time that they actually find someone. So have faith in that feeling and you need to love yourself enough to work on yourself. Now the fourth thing that you need to do is you need to stop victimizing yourself. You need to stop feeling sorry for yourself. ठीक है, आपके साथ बुरा हुआ, आपने बहुत कुछ किया बट सामने वाले ने उसको अप्रिशिएट नहीं किया, आपको वो रिस्पेक्ट नहीं मिली जो आपको मिलनी चाहिए थी. यू वर अ गुड पर्सन एंड यू हैड नो बैड इंटेंशंस एंड यू डिड नॉट डिजर्व इट. ठीक है, आई अंडरस्टूड, आई गॉट योर पॉइंट. बट फर्स्टली यू नॉट द ओनली वन जिसके साथ ऐसा होता है. A lot of people go through heartbreak and I'm saying this because I'm a life and relationship coach. I know that does not make the pain any less, but I'm just telling you that it's okay. You need to stop that rant now. हो गया अभी. Now you have to look at the future. Now you have to look at the things that you can change. जो चीज़ें आपके कंट्रोल में हैं. एंड इफ़ यू कीप विक्टिमाइजिंग योर सेल्फ, आप वो एक निगेटिव लूप में चले जाओगे. एक चीज़ सोचोगे, फिर दूसरी चीज़ सोचोगे, फिर एक डाउनवर्ड स्पाइरल होता जाएगा. ऐसे माउंटेन से गिरते हैं ना पत्थर, वैसे आप गिरते जाओगे. बट इफ़ यू डिसाइड टू एक्चुअली वर्क ऑन योर सेल्फ, देन यूल गो अपवर्ड्स. सो यू नीड टू स्टार्ट बाय stopping to feel sorry for yourself. If you're continuously watching sad movies, sad series and listening to sad songs, then आप दुखी ही होते चले जाओगे एंड उससे बाहर आना फिर मुश्किल हो जाएगा. सो वेक अप फ्रॉम दैट एंड स्टॉप फीलिंग सॉरी फॉर योर सेल्फ. यू नीड टू पिक योर सेल्फ अप एंड स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन योर सेल्फ. It's time now. Now the fifth and the last thing that you need to do is you need to be strict with your time. I briefly hinted it in the third point also. What I mean to say is you need to have a schedule. You need to have your calendar blocked. आपके कैलेंडर पे ना हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ होना चाहिए. You need to be packed. So what I do is मैं Google कैलेंडर पे अपना कैलेंडर ब्लॉक्स बनाती हूँ. अगर मेरा लीजर टाइम भी है तो कैलेंडर ब्लॉक पे रहता है कि लीजर टाइम. बट यू हैव टू मेक अ कैलेंडर ब्लॉक. इससे क्या होगा, कोई भी इंसान आपको फॉर ग्रांटेड नहीं लेगा. Like if someone wants your time, they will ask you for it and then you'll check your schedule and then you'll try to fit them in somewhere if at all it's possible, right? And you'll also have the liberty to tell them, okay, no, actually this is my yoga time, so I don't think I'll be able to make it today. Because what happens is psychologically, if you're always available, कोई कभी भी आपको फ़ोन कर रहा है 3 बजे रात में, 2 बजे रात में, if they're your best friend, that's fine. But if you've just met the guy 2 days back and you're always available, whenever they're calling you to meet, you're there. So what kind of impression does that give out? It gives the kind of impression that you don't have a life of yourself. आपकी खुद की कोई लाइफ नहीं है, खुद का कोई रूटीन नहीं है, खुद के कोई दोस्त नहीं है, कोई लाइफस्टाइल नहीं है एंड वो उनके हिसाब से चलते हो आप खुद के हिसाब से नहीं चलते हो, आप उनके हिसाब से चलते हो. एंड इफ़ यू थिंक ऑफ इट फ्रॉम अ थर्ड पर्सन पर्सपेक्टिव, आपको खुद ही लगेगा कि इसकी क्या पर्सनैलिटी है, इसको तो मैं जैसा ट्रीट करूँगा ये वैसे ही चलेगी. right? So it does not give a very attractive vibe. So if you want to, appear attractive, if you want people to actually respect you, then you have to appear a little precious, because you are. So you have to give out that vibe that I have a lot of things going on and I will see if I can manage time for you today. You have to be like that, because that is something that is kind of attractive. People feel that, okay, you have a schedule and you have a life of your own, which is attractive to men, and I think which is attractive for any other person. So that was all that I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope this was helpful to you, and if it was, please make sure to hit a like on this video. Share this video with your friends if you think that this will be helpful for them, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit the bell icon so that you will know when I put up my next video. And I will see you again in my next one very, very soon. Till then, bye bye, take care.